Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is June 1st, 2024, a rare Saturday in my rolling office. Let me get rid of these so I can see without sunglasses on. We're going to read from the Old Testament book of Jonah. We're going to read chapter 2. Jonah was sent to prophesy to Nineveh. Instead of going to Nineveh, he heads to Tarshish. So he is physically trying to put as much distance between what God wants him to do and what Jonah himself wants to do. Doesn't work. God sends a storm. Can't hide from God physically. All right, so Jonah says, all right, well, throw me overboard and I'll just die. Then God can't have me do anything because I'll be dead. So he's going to remove himself spiritually from God. And he's eaten by a fish. Swallowed by a fish. We said yesterday, was he really swallowed by a fish? Is he not swallowed by a fish? Is the fish a metaphor for death? I don't know. You can decide that in your own heart. The truth of it is like I said, first chapter, he tries to separate himself physically. Then he tries to separate himself spiritually from God. And just as he's about ready to die, we're going to read chapter 2. He turns back to God and he prays. And then God says, okay, that's what I was waiting for, and I'm going to pull you out of the fish or pull you out of the water that you're floating face up in. I'm going to pull you out of your grave, and I'm going to restore you to where I need you to be, which was Nineveh. And you're going to go do what I wanted you to do because I'm God and you're not. And Jesus references the book of Jonah, specifically that Jonah is in a fish for 3 days, that he's dead for 3 days, and then God brings him back to life. To fulfill God's purpose. And that's the story of Jonah. We can fight, we can resist, we can haul butt and go the other way when God tells us to go left, we want to go right. We can even throw ourselves into the ocean and be eaten by a smelly old fish. But if that's not God's plan, that's not how it's going to end. God is going to pull us out and say, okay, now you smell like fish and you didn't get anywhere. Now let's do it my way. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Jonah chapter 2. Then Jonah prayed to the Lord his God from the fish's belly. And he said, I cried out to the Lord because of my affliction, and he answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol I cried, and you heard my voice, for you cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the floods surrounded me. All your billows and your waves passed over me. Then I said, I have been cast out of your sight, yet I will look again toward your holy temple. The waters surrounded me, even to my soul. The deep closed around me. Weeds were wrapped around my head. I went down to the moorings of the mountains. The earth with its bars closed behind me forever. Yet you have brought up my life from the pit, O Lord my God. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer went up to you and to your holy temple. Those who regard worthless idols forsake their own mercy. But I will sacrifice to you with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay what I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. So the Lord spoke to the fish, and it vomited Jonah on the dry land. May God bless the reading of his word, and may God bless you. Bye.